again, when you look at that situation, is Luka getting into it with JJ Redick a big deal? Obviously, we know they've had a relationship with each other for a long time.
It's basketball, right? Tempers flare, emotions are high. We don't know what was going on in that moment. You sub me out. I don't want to be subbed out. I mean, there's just a lot of things that go on, but that's normal. Right? I know if, you sub me out at the wrong time,
No, you ain't never did that though. You talk shit, but have you ever snatched your hand away from the coach?
All right, okay, let's try this again. Before you got there, I was a 3-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA, okay?
I'm sorry you never got double. I said you never got double teamed. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying, when you got there,
I'm sorry.
I was chilled. So
you were chilled, though.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's just try to understand. Before you got there, I was a dialed-in player. Okay? When you got there, I was chill. So whatever you did, I didn't care. I was hurt.
I'm not talking about that, but as your personality, though.
Before you got there, all that extra shit, you're subbing me out. I don't give a fuck how many fouls I got. There was a problem. You might want to look at some of the minutes I played. The backup point guard, minute and a half. Minute and a half. That's all you got. That's all you're getting. I'm playing 48. Don't sub me. We have a problem.
But have you ever showed your coach up by snatching your hand?
Nah, watch out, man. I told you don't sub me. Watch out.
My bad.
Sub myself back in. I got subbed out. I walk right to the what's the name? Right back. Let's go. Yeah.
Thank you for teaching the kids to do that.
You asked the question.
Swaggy, the kids already, I'm going to be honest, the kids already know. The kids already know. They don't listen.
I told you what I did. I just told you what I did. I'm trying to win. Hey, first of all, Swaggy, wasn't you? Wait, Swaggy. And this was a dial down me. What happened during that? Was it the Boston or
I remember, though. I just don't remember you.
It was a dial down me. How did I sound then? If the motherfuckers ain't ready, don't put their asses in the game. That was dial down, GA.
Well, I'm saying that would have been a bigger deal. I never seen nobody like shove the coach hand out the way back in the day. That's my thing.
Yeah, I feel like
he was probably trying to tell him why I'm subbing you out, and he was like, I don't want to hear it. All right, one of those. I mean,
Mr. B, what you got?
I feel like they're gonna have to, if they can't get it done this year, they're gonna have to change coaches. I can definitely see that happening.
For sure.
Also, just like seeing stuff like that with Luka. I mean, he's always does this with coaches, and when he doesn't get his way, he just always be like pouting and don't want to play.
Man,
is it a European thing, Mr. B?
I don't know if the Lakers could win a championship with him like that. I don't know, man. I just don't know if the Lakers can win a championship like that with him. I mean, because it's like, yes, he's great offensively, but it's like you don't be doing nothing on the other end.
What else? Yeah.
So to be fair, to be mad at JJ, yeah, I know JJ rotations and schemes and stuff is not all like that, but it's still like, I don't know. I just don't see the Lakers ever winning the championship with Luka.
So, Mr. B, JJ Redick, Luka both got extensions this offseason. Reports are that they've compared JJ. A lot of people in the Lakers organization feel like he could be the next Pat Riley type to lead this Lakers squad in the future. But you think what do they need to do this season to make sure that he keeps his job?
No, I'm not saying no. The way JJ wants to win. I just don't think it's going to fit there for the Lakers. Like I could see JJ going to like, I don't know, like another team. But far as like the way he coaches and his intensity getting on players, I just don't see it. I just don't see it sitting well with Luka, and the way he is, and the way
he be trying to hold people accountable. Yeah.
So for me, I think JJ just isn't the fit, because if your superstar player is going to be Luka for the next years, and I just don't see it working out.
So I think that this situation has showed its rear head. It's reminiscent to what's happened in Dallas. I think people tried to roll it off on Nico, but I think that Luka and J. Kidd had problems. I think that they was wrapping that shit up under the rug, but I feel like if Luka can display this type of shit with a former player, and he like same thing was happening with Jason Kidd, trying to figure out how to get through to him without all the whining and all of the expectations. It's hard to coach a player like that. You know, when I need to give you a rest, and get sit your ass down and then get your ass back in. I trust you. Just get a rest real quick. Like if there's no understanding on that, even when you hurt, it's going to be a detriment because your leader is walking off the floor having a problem. Everybody think that they can have the same type of problem, and it's going to trickle down. But it could be something as minute as just a miscommunication. But I don't think so. I think this has been happening all year long. I think it's been covered up through the elephant in the room, trying to figure out, whose team it is. Do you play well with these players on the floor? All of that. And it's all come from Dallas. Dallas not addressing the real reason why they didn't really want Luka there and deciding to go defensive and all these different scenarios. I think at some point when I got off Luka, when I was like, yo, man, I'm cool on dude, man. He was still in Dallas. I didn't like the way it was moving. So I think it's similar. It's starting to show.
So, Shaw, you think the Mavs giving up Luka for AD, Max Christie, and a first-round pick was all you needed to see in terms of what they were willing to get rid of him for, in terms of how they viewed him? Or
yeah, I mean, if everybody said this was the biggest gift that the Lakers can get in the world is getting Luka Doncic, like I always said, why the hell would you give him up if there wasn't a real problem?
Yo, would you trade Ant-Man for Luka?
Hell no. If I'm Minnesota, but if I'm the Lakers, I would.
Because if that was the biggest gift,
I believe that was one of the deals that was potentially being discussed at that point before Luka ended up with the Lakers.
I'm just saying, like, would the Lakers be in a better position right now if they had Ant-Man?
They wouldn't. No, they would. They would.
Thank you.
It's two different players. But okay, first of all, who team was this a year ago? This was a LeBron team. This was built around LeBron. A new superstar came. The team hasn't been built around Luka, right? This is once you got to take these pieces, get rid of these pieces, get the pieces that fit him for him and this team to be moving how they're supposed to be moving, right? So if they win this year, if they don't, it don't matter because it's not a full Luka team yet. We can only judge it once Luka get the pieces he needs: rim runners, spot up shooters. Right now, we got some spot up shooters. We don't have rim runners, right? We got somebody who don't want to be a rim runner right now. So we have to give him the pieces he needs, and we get that full, that full.
Where are you gonna find that at?
Where are you getting those pieces at?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Back in Dallas.
Okay. Do we know right now? There's never been a superstar that put on a Los Angeles Lakers jersey that's never actually won a championship. There's one, but he don't get credit for winning, but he was on the team. And was it 1972? Right? Is that Elgin Baylor? Right? That's Elgin, right?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, if that was somebody
Elgin is the one that don't have but every superstar actually that put that Laker uniform on, they built a team to win a championship. All Lakers superstars have championships. So he's winning the championship, like it or not.
Gee, now I don't think you can win with that style, with his style of play. Like James,
No, listen, he's gonna be there, but he's not gonna win it with JJ Redick though.
So if they get Giannis next year and JJ,
then Giannis winning the championship.
They don't have a championship?
Carrying Luka, yeah. Then Giannis winning. That mean like Giannis gonna win the championship. Yeah.
So Giannis is gonna be leading the team in scoring.
Come on, man.
Probably could. He could.
Yes,
could be. Could. I mean, could be.
I mean, you would have to. Hey, if you think about it, Luka would have to change his game if Giannis came.
If Jokic is there, because Giannis is a rim runner. If Jokic is there, they're not winning championship.
Well, he like to bring the ball up too.
Yeah, he a ball stopper though. Giannis a ball stopper.
You said if Jokic coming? You said if Jokic coming, are they winning? Yeah, if Jokic come, it's Jokic's team though.
Yes.
Hey,
Who-
that's neither
Who's
here
running
nor
the
No,
there.
offense
that's
in that
not gonna
situation?
work. It's not
So
gonna
he-
work if
so-
Joker come. Joker come, that's not working
Why
at
not?
all. I'm sorry, that's
Why
not
not?
working. Cause Joker ain't you taking everything away from Joker. There's only one ball out there. Niggas gonna be trying to do the same passes to each other.
Okay.
Damn, doing the same fucking step back. That shit is not working. Too fat, slow nigga. Come on, man. Come on, man. All that damn old nigga is the old good nigga in the gym that make all the right plays and pass. That shit is not working, man. They both play together.
You know, Euro basketball, they all do the same thing. It's 5 players
I'm
doing the
saying,
same thing.
man, me hiding
Yeah.
this shit. If that was if this was Ja or
Facts.
American doing it, it'd have been everywhere.
We didn't have.
He protecting these.
No, we're just saying. No, I don't know what you're talking about now. We're
I'm
just
saying
saying
protecting them.
there's
He
2
protecting them.
Euros on the same team. They just do the same thing: pass, shoot.
And that's why they get their ass whooped all the time. God damn.
Okay,
But yes, Gil, if Jokic go over there, yes, they are. They're definitely.
okay, that's all.
No, they're not.
Okay. So far, Nick.
They're not. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm not.
Let's just try this. Let's just do stats, right? If the Lakers superstars, if there's been 20 of them, is 19.5 out of 20. The one that didn't get it, he don't get credit for it, but he was on the team. So that means everyone that they said is a superstar has won a championship. I'm just going with the facts that are there. That's all. Right? So if I had to put my life on it, I'm going to put my life that Luka will have a championship before he's retired. That's just you know, the odds are in my favor. Is all I'm saying. Yeah. You know.
I didn't know of that.
I
didn't
thought
know
we
that
just
much
talked
percentage.
about everybody else getting better not too long ago with Ant-Man.
But you know the Lakers is the team that can get it, man. Are you forgetting who they are in the league? You know, if they want you, they get you, you know? So Ant-Man could be there with Luka, you know.
He said anything now, bro.
Frankie, Rennie's good, as you know.
No,
I mean,
he-
His month is over.
did you think Kobe was going to get Dwight Howard and Steve Nash over there? If Steve Nash back didn't go out, I mean, did you think that was going to happen? Come on.
Steve was 38 though.
Did you think LeBron
They
James was going to be?
was ring chasing at that moment.
Think Anthony Davis was going to be traded there when LeBron got there? No. Did you think Luka was going to be there? No.
Did not.
Come on.
Nope.
So when LeBron leaves, there's going to be a surprise trade. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't think this was going to happen.
Don't you say when LeBron leaves, when do you feel like that'll be, though? Is it this season? Is it next
This
season?
summer.
After this season?
It's something.
This
This
summer, yeah,
leave the NBA?
No.
Retire?
You think he's coming back to the Lakers if he does come back for his 24th season?
I don't know. I mean, you know, at that point, there's a wherever he goes, he's going to enhance the team
Yeah.
structurally if they're already set. Right? If Cleveland is the way Cleveland is, and he goes there and takes
That's right.
a low pay, right? That goddamn. If he goes to the New York Knicks, we got to remember he's a free agent, so whatever the team is, he can just sign there for whatever money he wants to stay under the cap, right? And that's the problem with LeBron James being a free agent, because he can sign for whatever he wants. So if he really wants the championship that bad, he can go wherever he wants to go
Man.
to get that championship because he can sign veteran minimum.
Yeah.
Will
And
he
that's
do
what
that?
people don't understand. See, people put him at the 50, but he can do whatever he wants. He can damn near guarantee himself 2 championships the next year. He can go after this year, he can say, all right, okay, see what y'all got over there? Y'all championship ready? Here, I'm gonna go play for the vet men. Boom. Ant-Man, what you got? I'm gonna play for, he can do that. Right? He can chase those 2 if he wanted to.
He could do that, but we know LeBron, very frugal, loves bread. Putting up the number he's putting up, because if you do that and it backfires,
He gonna get his value. He gonna get his value.
if you take the vet minimum and that shit backfires, you're gonna get packed up even more. So you might as well, like y'all always said, y'all would take the $50 million over the ring
You know the funny thing is, the people who gonna pack him out is the people who did the same shit.
But at his age, he's supposed to be taking no contracts.
Huh?
At his age, realistically, he's supposed to be getting vet minimums, though.
Averaging 22?
In real life, at 40,
No,
most 40-year-olds,
yeah, the age, yeah.
yeah, at his age.
Averaging 22,
question-
7, and 6? I'm just saying.
The
Like,
question-
huh?
I'm just saying, age-wise, I
Okay.
never was. Besides, what Jordan got? Jordan got a big contract to come back to the Wizards?
He got his gambling debts paid.
No.
The question is, can he really deliver on a vet minimum with no expectation? I don't know if he can take the team over the top.
Shit.
Does he need to?
Shit, I think.
If he goes to OKC
He
with
go
the
to,
minimum, does he need to take the team over the top? Or does he just be there?
But if he's there and they don't win, then what did you go there for?
To try to win.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's like, all right, you gonna take vet men and you're now gonna ring chase. So if you're not the guy that's gonna turn the lever up for us to make us the actual leaders, then what are you doing? That's my thing. It's always like, if you go to Cleveland, is that gonna change Cleveland's dynamic to be a real contender
You
to
don't
win
think
it
so?
all?
you
I
don't think so?
He's still averaging
I don't
20
think
something.
I don't think LeBron fits because he can still play at this level. I don't think he fits with no team without them having to dismantle everything they doing for what he got.
No, man.
You can get
It's
LeBron
similar
for the
to
vet.
like KD. Like KD go down there and they had to change a little bit in order for KD to really step into what he did. He's averaging 30 since All-Star break. He's going back to the KD level. So when you got a nigga like KD that can do that, you got to change shit. And that's not always the best for your team when you do. So I don't think LeBron can go to any new team and change the culture
What
to
if
make it
you
a
need
championship.
stuff, though? What if you don't need to change? You just need something, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Can he
Like,
deliver?
you
That's
gotta
the
need,
point.
yes.
Can he deliver that?
He's been doing that all his career.
Life. Yeah. So what's
The
going to be
last
the
5
difference?
years, he has not delivered.
He averaged what he averaged the last 5 years. 20
No,
something.
no championships.
Okay. That ain't his
But
fault.
that ain't
He's
his
still
fault.
delivering.
All
He's still
right,
delivering.
all right.
Everybody don't
Okay.
win. So
But look,
everybody
50
that don't win,
how
didn't
much are we
deliver.
paying you? $50 million for it not to be your fault?
Shit, Jaden Daniels get paid that.
It's a lot
$50
of people
million
that get paid.
for it
It's
not
a
to
lot
be
of-
your fault?
130. Shit, y'all don't
But
say
why does
that
it-
like that.
50 million.
But
But if you get vet minimum, we don't got the expectation for it being your fault. Because now we can move this money around and get other pieces and make it stretch it
Okay.
out.
Okay.
We don't got that.
If he loses, it's
Okay,
still his
that's
fault.
fine.
With less bread.
No, but that's fine. Okay, I'll take the vet minimum. Y'all go get pieces. I still do what I do. Ain't nothing gonna hurt.
But
He's
it's
still-
what you do.
I'm
But that's what
making
I'm
you
saying.
better,
It's
though.
what you do. Is that going to win us championships? Doing what I do, is that
We have
going
to
to win
wait.
us championships?
You have to wait to see. I mean, I'm sure if he's on the team.
We're so used to him trading. Remember, trading meaning you're losing pieces.
Yeah.
He's a free agent, meaning he can sign for whatever he wants. So if every team stays the same way, if he goes to OKC, you don't think they're going to win a championship that year?
I'm not going to put him in the front just because he's there, because he gonna shake up
But they're
their team.
already in the front, though.
Yeah.
So they don't need him.
I didn't say that. I said he can go if he's chasing a ring. He can go there. They're already a championship team. He can just add himself and be, instead of Harkenstein being down there, it's him.
No, and I would not put him in the front as a contender because that's a liability now because he don't play defense like Harkenstein.
Man.
Down there,
He don't offensive rebound like Harkenstein. He don't get extra possessions. He don't run the floor like Harkenstein. It's different. That's why I say he has to be put in a perfect situation. He has to be put in a perfect situation where it makes sense for him and the team. Where
He don't have to be Harkenstein. What if LeBron wanted to be the sixth man?
So that means LeBron's going to be at the 5.
And that's a liability.
And what if they wanted to be him sixth man sometime? Like LeBron could do.
And you put him on San Antonio for next year. Keep the same team, add him. Championship. I mean, that's what I said. You're not losing anything because he gets to sign where he wants. That's what I said. It's scary because if he wakes up and says, you know what? I don't want my value. I want the ring. Now he just waits the whole summer, wait till everybody's set, and then just pick the top, the team he thinks is 99% going to win. That's all he has to do.
But that's what I'm saying. If he's picking the team that he thinks can win, is that the team that he fits best with? Or is that just the team he think is the best team? That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's fit for him. It's not who the best team out there is. It's who do I think I can fit in with that can actually take him over the top.
What if he went to Denver? You don't think he fit there?
Yeah.
He fits. Bro,
he would be playing Aaron Gordon. He would be playing Aaron Gordon's role.
Bro, he can fit anywhere, bro. He's not. He's the type.
That nigga was playing this.
He's playing Aaron Gordon's role.
No,
that's Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon down. Aaron Gordon younger.
So is he a better Aaron Gordon?
No.
No, but you could.
He don't do what Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon rebounds right now. Aaron Gordon just all around plays harder. He plays with a different kind of
ferocity. But they both could play
together.
Right.
You gonna put Bron at the 3
that he brings?
You gonna put him on the 3?
Why not? You can't.
He got to guard the 3.
It don't mean he.
But who said he got to be out there all day?
No, but Aaron Gordon can guard the 3 and he could guard the 4. Aaron Gordon is faster and younger.
But also, look who Bron playing with too, dog. It's gonna be so easy. Come on.
Yeah.
But you can put Bron on the Spurs, and he's not a defensive liability with Wemby out there. I'm just saying.
But that's a whole different look, right? If you putting Bron out there with Wemby at the 4,
he's not a defensive liability.
He turns into like. I'm not gonna say turns into. I don't want to say it like it's a bad thing, but I'm like, all right, for how the Spurs play, like Boris Diaw played with the Spurs, where Bron is more of a facilitator in the pinch post. And he's doing all that. But he's not going to do that for every team. It's a fit. It actually makes sense if it was the Spurs rather than any other team because of who they got on their team. How he would complement those other players without having to take the game over.
So what if he wanted to go with Giannis?
I don't need to fit my age.
Yeah.
I just want the ring.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's just like CP, though. Like, it's like CP just going to get on somebody's bench and hoping that it work out. And really, if you're going to play, if you're going to play and you need to fit in and help the team win, that's one thing. But if you just on the roster, you're just trying to get a chip, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. I mean, but that's where he has a chance to do whatever he wants by being a free agent.
Let's talk about another situation going on with the Lakers briefly before we move on. So Austin Reeves was playing at an all-NBA level to start this season.
Hold on.
No, hold on, Gil. No,
BJ.
Yeah.
Because this is a conversation we do need to have. And it's a one-sided conversation. It's someone like a Luka, right, that don't play defense, right?
Okay.
But he plays hell of an offense. And that player gets attacked.
That's why I was talking about that. Yeah.
That player gets attacked. Why doesn't the defensive player who can't play no offense, no one says nothing?
They attack him more. They attack Rudy Gobert all the time.
No.
Well, defense attack him.
Yeah, but the media does too. Everybody attacks him.
Everybody attacks Rudy.
But Gobert gets played off the floor. Gobert gets played off the floor defensively in the post.
The media don't attack the fans don't attack him, right? It seems like if you're a liability off defensively, you're a liability offensively because no one's guarding you. It's the same thing.
No, because
it's even worse. It's even worse on majority of the teams. If an offensive player who's that high level that don't play defense, 98% of the players he's playing with are liabilities offensively. Because when you're talking about Luka's offense, the defensive version that looks like that is Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green, Rudy, Ben Wallace. That's the player that needs to be on the defensive side that don't play offense. So if you just have a regular ass like a Vando, you shouldn't be on the floor because you're not impacting the game enough to not bring no offense.
But you are. You see, the dynamic, what you talking about is an offensive player who's MVP considerate is going to be based on his offensive skill set, whether it's assisting, whether it's scoring the ball, whether it's offensive rebounds, all of these other things offensively. We pay homage to the offensive players, where a defensive player like a Marcus Smart, he's not going to get criticized for not shooting the ball over 40% from the three, all of these other dynamics offensively, because the defensive metric is not respected enough for us to consider it XYZ. Just like Draymond. Draymond is another guy. He does get criticized offensively for not being able to be a guy we need to guard on the perimeter, but he actually does bring the grit. He plays hard, the attention to detail, all the small things that we do give credit for, but it's not enough when it adds up to the offense. You can't give him no credit.
No, I don't respect that, because teams will pick. Like, if you ask every team, teams will pick PJ Tucker over like a Jamal Crawford to be on their starting lineup.
Why?
Okay.
Just because defense.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's because we got a guy that can come off the bench with the second unit to give us 30 fucking points. PJ not going to be able to do that. PJ, it works in a dimension where we need you to guard one of the best players on the floor and the starting five on the other team, Jamal. When the second unit comes out, we don't need to muddle this first unit up with a bunch of scores. You come off on the second unit and you got 30. It's different. You don't even have to play no defense, Jamal. Just do your thing.
Perfect.
But you know that because you was in that position too. If you started, Nick, if you started though, do you think you're gonna be required to be
it's about the respect too. Like you get that, like they praise them more than offensive players.
Well, look, but are you gonna be expected? Are you gonna be expected to be the defensive stopper if you were in the starting lineup?
You praise no. You know what we saying though.
I'm asking you, would you be expected to be the stopper? Okay. No, right? But if you got PJ on the same team you on, man, we would much rather have PJ start so he can give us defense. And Nick, you come in like Ginobili did in the first 3 minutes of the game. We sub you early because we know what you're gonna do.
But that's the problem. Because those type of guys that's defensive players that don't play offense, they're worshipped versus somebody else.
Man, that's what we're saying.
Because you're doing the dirty work. I mean,
you're doing the thing that's not being worked. You're doing the thing that's not getting real credit. It's not. It's just like Bruce Bowens, the Cephalosas, all the guys, Rashad Bales.
Shot making. Like then you complain about we don't have people that make shots.
But I'm doing the thing that I actually have to work on in the summer.
But the defensive guys have to sacrifice. They have to sacrifice not doing
sacrifice. You can't score, so you're not sacrificing.
No, you can score. You just defer.
That's not your role.
You defer. You're deferring because you're not on the floor to score.
No, you can't score.
You can't score.
Right? If
you're shooting shots.
You're not.
All right. So look, instead of shooting, I drive it. Right. Instead of me shooting this wide open three, when on the swing, we get the swing to the corner. They used to tell the non-shooters, you got to shoot this shot, right? So instead of shooting this shot, we driving that bitch to the bucket and trying to create something that's like, we don't want that. We don't need that. We need you to hit this shot. But you're not in the game to hit the shot. Just like when you know he open, you're like, you're open for a reason. We leaving you open because we know you don't want to take this shot. Not that you can't.
So now listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're gonna
double teaming.
Attack the offensive player, right?
Yep.
Because he can't play defense. When that same defensive guy is on offense,
goes down court.
Pay attention to him. So it's 4-on-5, right? Which
you gotta shoot over two people.
Which one is harder?
But it balances out, don't it? If we going down here and we're attacking Luka on offense, we're attacking him, right? He gets a foul. He comes back down. Or we come back down, they leave the guy that Luka can't guard, the defender nigga that's guarding him. We leave him open. He don't get the shot. He airball it. It's a balance. We got a foul on Luka. They got airball on the other end.
You know why? Because most offensive players do the same thing. I'm just gonna guard Vando.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I'm an offensive player, I'm gonna guard Vando So
Leave him open.
You can't take advantage of me because he's not part of your offense.
Put his
So
ass in
that's
the pick
what
and roll.
will happen. So what I'm saying is,
Put them in the pick and roll. They're gonna double team the pick and roll.
for you to justify going at your best offensive player. So we're not talking about two-way players. We're not talking about the Kobe's and the Jordans, right? We're talking about players who they don't play defense or they can't. So, if you say Trae Young can't play, defense, you said Curry can't play defense, the Lukas don't play defense, the James Hardens don't play defense, right?
Yeah.
They play hell of an offense, right? The defensive player that you need on the floor that don't play offense is a Hall of Famer. Remember, you're talking about a Hall of Famer who's going to be in a Hall of Fame who don't play defense. That means the guy that you got to praise can't be a PJ Tucker. It has to be a Dennis Rodman. It has to be a Ben Wallace. It has to be a Draymond Green. It has to be those, because that's the exact opposite. You can't just take a middle row defensive player who's going to
Man.
gives you 6. He don't make no all defensive team. That's not the competition.
Yeah. So you want to criticize the guy that's not an all NBA defender defending a guy who is a Hall of Fame offensive player.
If I'm going to criticize Luka for his offense, his defense, then Vando, Smart, anybody who's on this team for defense, I got to criticize you because you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough.
Yeah.
He's all NBA. He's leading the team in scoring. Are you leading the team in steals? Are you leading the team in fucking deflections or something? You got to make it up for you to be on this court, or fuck that. I'd rather just get another offensive player. I'd just rather beat you offensively. It's defensive.
When it is a Jaden, like a Jaden McDaniels, he can hit shots. He can play on both sides of the ball.
He's kind of like a both side player.
He's like a both.
Yeah, he's
not expected to give you. He's not expected to give you all of the shots.
Rashad.
But that's what happens in the playoffs. That's why they start double teaming Ant-Man. No.
But that's why you gotta trust. That's why you gotta trust McDaniels. You gotta trust McDaniels.
But he does. He passed the shit out of it when he got double teamed.
I'm just talking about those dudes that's just there for defense. Like that. That's all you can do. Like, I can't rock with that.
Because
unless your shit is just elite, you pick it up full court. Like,
nah, because it's the same as a specialist. It's the same as a 3-point specialist, like an AJ Green. Like, you got to say the same thing for AJ Green in comparison to you being a specialist. You only do this one thing that we need you to do. This is why you in the game. I need you to guard, like Lou Dort. Hey, bro, I need you to guard this nigga. I need you to make it tough on them. But if you missing shots on the other end, we still getting something from you in the game.
Like
you're still aggressive. You're still being aggressive.
Still being aggressive.
So I can take that. You're all
for sure.
Are a top tier defender. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about if this is a top tier offensive player and you're talking about his defense, that means a defensive player that don't score, you got to be top tier too. Then you got to be top in your craft.
No.
So you saying in the starting lineup though?
He's taking 1,000 shots every summer, and you don't do nothing because what you do don't have nothing to do with working it every day. You're not out there doing line drills, boxing motherfuckers out, doing this, running up the hills. No, that's not what you do. The offensive Luka is 2-3 hours a day staying after. You've never seen a defensive player stay after the game working on fucking defensive slides. Never.
That's because
we need to see more of it, Gil. We need to see it.
Wait.
Kobe Bryant did that.
You're talking about an offensive god. We're talking about defensive players only.
But wait. So do we not agree that defense when it comes down to the defensive side?
Because the original question was, why are we always talking about players who just play offense, like a Luka? Because the great players did it on both sides of the floor. That's why we're talking about Luka. If you're going to be scoring 29, 30 and doing all these other things, if you can't give us a little effort on the other end, then hell yeah, we talking about you. Kobe Bryant did it. Michael Jordan did it. LeBron James did it. Jaylen Brown did it. If you want to be up there like those type of guys, I need to see it on both ends. If not, then take that scoring shit and go on somewhere.
Well, Curry did it.
And Curry played both sides of the floor. Curry was out there guarding. Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Hold on, I'll call Steph right now.
Steph wasn't just letting you go.
Yes,
he wasn't letting you go.
Steph
He
did
was
not do
trying.
that.
He was
Thank
trying.
you. Thank you, Nick. Do not do that.
He
Do
tried.
not do
No,
that.
For sure. He give
But-
effort.
Okay,
Like
he
at
gave
least give
effort.
effort.
This
But
motherfucker
That's
didn't
give
what
a
give
lot of
defense
effort.
is, though. That's what defense is. It's effort and energy, bro. Like that ain't nothing else to. You can't.
But
Like
you
you
acting
said,
like
we
offensive
not
players don't do that though.
like you telling me you bring in effort and what was it again?
energy.
Effort and energy, right? That gets a pass. But my 2-3 hours a day working on my shot, right?
And-
Because I can tell you this, as a coach, Steph Curry puts up 30 every goddamn night shooting from the moon. And I say, hey, play some defense. And he looked me dead in my eye. I say, all right, coach, look, I'm going to play some defense. Can you tell that defensive player Draymond Green going to have to lead us in scoring?
He don't got the same skill set as Steph Curry
Right.
to do that.
We're doing
listen,
hypothetical.
But wait. So look, but the difference is Draymond Green's effort and energy on the defensive end. He can't shoot that bitch like Steph, but Steph can give effort and energy just the same as Draymond Green.
On the
That's
other
the
end.
difference.
My effort and energy is going to cost us offense. So when I cost us offense, can you tell him to pick it up on the offense?
But that's why you train in the summer, though, right? Is to pick up the pieces of your effort and energy to make you a two-way player.
Right.
That's the
Yep.
difference.
Yes, facts.
I need to be a two-way player.
No, I'm saying the effort and energy of you saying, all right, if I give this effort, if you saying, hold on, Nick, if you saying, if I give this effort and energy, then you got to tell this defensive player to pick up the shots that's taken away from my offense, right? But if you're training for both sides of the ball, you never going to say that. You already going to know that I got to give effort and energy just because they going to target me, not because I need to be a good defender. I don't need to be a good defender. I just need to play hard on the defensive end.
But the same thing happened with
class to play better on offense, so I don't get doubled every goddamn.
But the same thing happened with
nothing about the defense getting better offensively.
Yes,
plays an offensive player.
Yes.
Hey.
You got to work on the defense.
Here, you got to help out too.
But what makes a defender? What makes a defender better on defense? More energy, more effort.
Hey.
So if you're not giving me none of that, you deserve criticism because you're playing harder on offense than you are on defense.
All right.
Again,
I got another situation.
I told a teammate, I got the ball. They doubled me. I threw it to him. Threw it back. I called a timeout. I said, you're an NBA player. They're doubling you to come to me. That's embarrassing. Sit in the gym, work on your damn shot.
But in another situation, what about the U.S.
player? Your player says, you know what? I'm good. Let me go.
I'm good. Let them shoot. If you saying let them shoot,
top level,
let them shoot in the NBA is sick. Let them shoot.
Come on, what the fuck else do you do? What else do you do? Like, you practice from 11, if you practice today, 11 to 12:30 at the most. Meaning, it only takes, with a shooting machine and the way we make money, I had one in high school. It only takes 6.5 minutes to take 100 shots on a shooting machine with 2 seconds. You telling me your ass don't got at least 14 minutes to take 200 shots. You don't have 14.
Wait, hold on, Gil. So what you proving my point, though. You proving my point. So what happens when that guy can't hit that shot?
Then your ass ain't getting the ball no more.
No, hold on, B. Hold on. So what happens? No. What happens when that defender can actually hit that shot now?
When he can't hit the shot?
When he develops his shot. You saying get your ass in there, and what does that make him now?
It makes us a better team.
What does it make him though?
A better player.
It makes him a player that can play offense and defense.
Yep.
But that same person.
No, wait, hold on, Nick. Hold on. So if now this player has gotten good enough to be like Bruce Bowen was for the Spurs, he was hitting that corner three and he was playing elite defense. Now, the conversation now has to turn to the Luka. Luka, he's hitting his shot now. Are you going to play some defense now?
If that happened.
No, it won't even be that because they'll be winning.
What you mean? But we talking about the criticism that a player like Luka can face and a player like PJ Tucker doesn't face because he's expected to hit these shots because of expectation.
We have him
So
on Vando. Let's say Vando.
So, but what I'm saying is the effort from Luka has to now go up and be consistent because this dude hitting the shot on the defensive end, like the defensive nigga is hitting the shot now.
But
so now, Luka, we need you to play defense now.
But
when that happens in any world, when that happens, coach,
yep.
when he starts hitting shots, coach, I start playing defense.
But look, he not the leader. He not the leader. Luka's the leader. He got to lead with that. Hey, Luka start playing defense. All of a sudden, magically, Vando shit start falling.
It just changes.
Bruh,
As the defense start hitting shots, that means he has to do it. And then I said, okay, when that happens at any time during a season, how about a week? Then I start playing defense. But
I'm saying it shouldn't lead with it happening with the defensive nigga first. It shouldn't have to be him hitting shots first. It should be Luka, go ahead and play some defense first.
No, because you don't get criticized.
Pay for that. See why you at?
But you don't want me to. You want me to do more. You want me to do more. I get paid to do what I do, but you want me to do more than what I do.
I want you to do more of what you do, just like I do more of what I do. See,
I play defense.
See, what you do is you just drink a Red Bull and you good. Me, I gotta go to sleep early. Me, I gotta wake up, take 200 J's. Yeah, I gotta get stretched. I gotta read the motherfucking program.
You get paid way more than me, though. You get paid way more, and you the center of attention. You the leader of the team. You're expected to do all of that. I just get paid to run around and chase these niggas.
Yep, and because your man got to come double me. So if you get your shit together over there offensively, we'll be a better team.
Steve Kerr just picked.
No, you guys will be a better team if you play both sides of the floor.
Derek White got picked over Jason Tatum.
But he played offense. He played offense.
Still.
He played offense.
What you mean? What steal? What you mean?
He got picked over Jason Tatum.
Why?
He got treated better than Jason Tatum.
Why?
We not doing nothing about Steve Kerr. There's no we already.
He got treated better.
We already so we even got.
I give you that.
He got treated better than Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And
I give you that on Steve Kerr.
By the world, by everybody. White can't do nothing wrong.
Klay Thompson got treated better than Porzingis, whatever his name is. We already know. We just look at that and say, you know what? We don't even have to. We don't stop asking questions.
Okay.
So
hey,
ask those
but
questions.
Rashad, back to your point. Just think about the USA team. You got to be able to play both sides of the floor to be on that team.
Keep saying, I'm saying, if you
I know.
They just get treated better.
No, but your original question was
why
do we always thrash guys who only play one side of the floor, which is offense? Because the best players in the game played both sides of the floor. So you are going to always
both
get
sides
criticized for
need
that.
play the other side.
And the best defensive players in the history of it played the defense. Bill Russ, they played just defense. And
both sides.
Mutombo, and all those
both
guys.
Sides.
That's what
But you praise one side better than the other side. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what's happening, Nick, because Gil's talking about Gil not talking about.
We're talking about an offensive player and a defensive player. Nobody in both sides. But you choose the defensive player over the offensive player.
Because Gil not talking about an all NBA player. He's talking about just your regular nigga that's out there like a Vando that's playing defense.
And you will pick him over an offensive. You will pick him over Jordan Clarkson. They put Alvarado over Jordan Clarkson right away.
But why?
He put buckets in.
I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
Over McBride. I'm just
why
saying.
though?
No,
why?
What you're saying, Sean, is exactly the point.
Right?
Because the all NBA player is being credited. I mean, he's getting bashed for not giving effort. Right? But a regular ass defensive player, just a regular, in the caliber of him, don't get bashed for no output on the offensive end.
So what I'm saying
now, if I have a Rudy, that's what I'm saying. Luka's level of offense, that defensive side is a Dennis Rodman. So if Dennis Rodman didn't put a bucket in there, I'm cool with it Because
he's giving you other things. He's giving you the other things that's matching.
Defensive level is
I get it.
games down. Ben
I
Wallace
get it.
shutting shit down, right? Like offensively, what he's doing, he's changing the game. So if you're gonna say, I don't like Luka needs to play better defense, and this is what he's bringing to the table, then you're crediting these regular ass defensive players. I'm like, that's not.
But we not crediting them more than we're just saying that they sustain their roles. Their roles is to come in here and do X, Y, Z. This is not an all NBA defender we're talking about. Exactly. An all NBA defender that we would be talking about will literally be giving you more things to dominate defensively than he does making shots offensively. But what Brandon's saying is when you talking about a Luka, you gotta play both sides of the floor and then if you don't expect criticism for giving up 20, 25. Like against Denver, SGA had 30, 34 or something, but he gave up 39 to Jamal Murray. Okay. He's not out there playing no defense.
What you said, 39 to 34?
I can't remember exactly what. It might have been 33 to 39. He gave up 39 though.
Okay, so now think about the math. That's just between the two guarding each other. That's just a -5.
Right. So Lou Dort though. We
the same 39, and then let the defensive player be out there. So it's
Lou Dort
-6.
So Lou Dort.
Huh?
We talk about Lou Dort. Let's just say Lou Dort was guarding Jamal Murray and not SGA. Right?
Now, how much did Lou Dort bring to the table?
He may have gave you 6. He may have made 2 threes or 2 free throws or something. We're not going to criticize Lou Dort for only giving you 6 points because he's doing his job.
Now he's doing his job.
He getting blistered for 39, and we like, hey, you playing defense. You playing hard.
And that's what I'm saying.
See, that's the fuck I'm talking about.
Hell no, because you did do your job. Because you didn't shut it down.
But who gets paid more? These offensive players that you speak of, or the defense? So does that come with responsibility, though, Gil?
Hell no, you didn't shut him down. He got his average.
Players, that's a -5 between those two, right? So that means the rest of the team got to beat their lineup -5. Now you have a defensive player who's in there who can't play offense, and he's guarding that same player. And that same player scores 29 and you put in 6, that means there's 33 points that has to be made up on the rest of the team.
Right.
Because one is a superstar, one is just a regular ass defender.
Right. But we got 3 other guys that can make up for that. That's the point.
And you have to. You have to beat your player, then still make up 33 points just from that position.
And that's a team dynamic thing, too. If you think about your team dynamic, if you got 3 other players that's going to give you 12, 12, and 13 or something like that, you got a Chet Holmgren, you got a Jalen Williams, you got guys that can shoot, but you know that Lou Dort is not going to be the guy that's giving you 10. He's not going to be the guy that's giving you 12. He's on the team for a specific reason. He's our specialist. We don't have the expectation of him to do that. Luka, your expectation is to give us a triple-double. But if you gave us more effort on the defensive end, it would take our team up a notch.
And you putting the ball in the basket so I don't get double puts us up a notch too. It works the same.
Exactly. I agree. But it's just, but you can't say that guy deserves to be criticized at the same level as Luka.
He does.
You know why?
No, he does. If he the top defender.
Here's why.
If he's not if he's not the top defender, if he's not the all NBA guy, he doesn't deserve to be criticized just as much as Luka when Luka not playing no defense at all.
You know why? Because you said that all it takes is energy and effort, right? Energy and effort for me to be a better defender.
No.
What is it going to take for him to be a better shooter? Hundreds and hundreds of
surgery. He gonna need surgery. He needs surgery.
What I'm saying is, what I can do is effort. He has to be in the gym working in the lab, and that's the problem because the defensive player, you have the time to get in the lab because you're a pro. You don't go to fucking school. You don't take your kids to school and do the homework. That's what the wife do, and that's what the girlfriend do. So all your ass have to do is help improve the team by any means necessary. So that means you choose not to be in that gym. Every year you come back with the same ass broke jump shot.
I don't agree. I don't
Fame.
agree because you know, like I know.
A defender should be watching film, doing defensive slides, all type of
But
shit.
you know, y'all know as hoopers though. But wait, you know as hoopers
when
though.
Kobe made Jeremy Lin do it on defensive slides.
You're talking about a guy who's working out 3 hours a day. You've never seen it. What defensive play? I guarantee if we go Rudy Gilbert on workout, what he gonna do? He working on his what?
You can't work on defensive slides.
He's gonna be bringing in the game.
Man, you can work on your defensive slides and stuff.
But we know just like anybody else that play hoop, there are guys who spend enormous amounts of hours shooting jumpers in the gym and they shit is still fucking broke. It don't matter how many years you spend in the fucking gym when you just can't shoot. Your specialty ain't shoot. And if that was the case, guess how many motherfuckers in the league would actually be shooting better? The percentages would go up if all it took was for you to just get in the gym and shoot X amount of shots.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
They just got their asses in the gym. Thank you.
That's all it takes.
I think that people do. You just can't shoot.
While
I just can't shoot.
Getting my shit together, is at home doing nothing.
I'm doing defensive slides.
I don't know. I can't give you a teammate that was consistently in the gym all my years.
Hey, Nick, can you shoot? Was you able to shoot when you was in college?
No, I worked on my mid-range like I even know it was when I got to college. I really worked on it daily.
Could you shoot the ball though?
Hey man, I worked on it.
BJ, could you shoot the ball when you was the high school player of the year? You was known to have a little flamethrower or two, right?
Yeah, but I worked on it.
Gil had a flamethrower or two. He was a driver, but he'll pop your ass in the mouth if you backed off. Everybody can shoot. It's just about refining that talent. Everybody don't got that talent. Motherfuckers just can't shoot.
Did y'all play for defensive coaches coming up? Did y'all play for defensive coaches coming up?
Yeah, that's all we heard. Defensive win championship.
I've never seen a game one where the score was 0-0.
Ball in the back, coach.
Never seen it.
I played with Jason Richardson. I knew when we first got there, and people was like, "Let him shoot. He can't shoot." And he was sitting there like, yo, they disrespecting me. I watched him every single day get on that shooting machine and shoot 1,000 shots. I mean, 999, and it flip over. Every single day. We spent the whole summer working on our jump shots for him to become a three-point specialist. That's how I know. I've watched it. I've been in the league. The niggas don't go in the gym like that. So that becomes the problem with a Luka and some of these players that's offensively gifted. It's like, wait, hold the fuck on. As I spend in this bitch, and I've never seen none of y'all in this gym. The only time I see you in the gym is practice. I don't see y'all after here. I don't see you 2-3 in the morning. I don't see y'all never. So for you to criticize my defense and you don't work on shit, and you just got to drink a Red Bull and do some of that and just run up and down and hustle and no, that's not fair.
No,
it is.
Come on.
You get paid more money.
Thank you, bro.
You get paid more money. You in all the commercials in the magazine. You still in everybody work. Like you got to be able to pass the peas a little bit, man. You got to, take a Red Bull in the morning.
And that's exactly why. And that's why Ant-Man said what he said. Because I get paid the big bucks to do the big things. And I'm not passing the ball to motherfuckers who don't.
But Ant-Man played both sides of the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Yep.
He played both sides of the ball. So he understands both sides.
Exactly.
It's not both sides. I said only offensive players, only defensive players. I didn't say nothing about two-way players.
No, I'm saying, but when you referencing him saying that to the team and to the coaches, is saying that because I actually played basketball on the other side. But Luka,
yes, it is. Yes, it is about that.
What you mean?
It is about that. It is about that.
Because it's not going to be a question. That's why he didn't say it the way it said, because it wasn't a question. Luka, it's a question. It's a question with Luka. Are you ever going to play hard and give energy on the defensive end where we don't even have to question it?
No, but it's not a question. I already said no. You want me to pass the ball to someone I know that's not in the gym? No. No.
Well, he didn't say it based on somebody. It wasn't a specific player he wasn't passing to. The coach is saying, make the extra pass, bro. You got two niggas on you.
I know I got two niggas on me. There's a reason.
But DiVincenzo, would you say
They don't.
Would you say
Gym, sir.
Would you say DiVincenzo don't be in the gym shooting that bitch?
Was he open? Because if he was
Could have been.
if he was
He I'm saying, if that's one guy, we
know DiVincenzo's man didn't leave him.
So, all right, so for Luka, if you get double teamed, who you really complaining about on the floor? You complaining about Jake? You complaining about Austin? Are you complaining about LeBron? Who you complaining about? Somebody got to hit the shot. But when we go down on the other end, nigga, we expected you to play defense.
Hey, man. Let me just be honest, man. When I signed my contract, man, my contract said it. You know what? I think my coach did an interview. If you want to look it up. He said, man, you know what? The general manager told Gil, save his energy for offense. He don't need to play defense. And you know what? He was right, because there's guys that get paid on this team to do that. I don't want to take away from you by being a two-way player.
Don't step on nobody's toes.
Why the expectation for the defense? So why the expectation for the defensive player when you get the one-sided treatment? Why can't I?
Right.
Because you're not on my level. I'm all
That's the point. That's the point. We not on your level, so why am I getting criticized the same as you?
Because you're still in the game. Hey, get your ass out of the game. Give me an all NBA defensive player. Now.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving, fellas.
How many? There's only 15 of those, so it ain't that many all NBA niggas.
What I do is
exactly.
Only a few of those. Hey, there's only 5 of us or 4 others, because I'm first team.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving.